Hi guys, this is Inari and today we're going to start a series called Training Tips and Tricks. So today we're going to be teaching you how to effectively train your dog the 3 basic commands: sit, lay down, and speak. I believe speak is a basic command because it's not as hard as everyone thinks, and in this video you'll learn why. Before we get started, there are a few things that you should know to be able to take advantage of while you're treat and trick training. So the first thing is that you always want to stick to a training schedule. So with my dog, when I got her at 9 weeks, I stuck to 30 minutes to an hour a day. And I had patience while doing this. That's the second thing, is you need to have patience because your dog... So before we start, there's a couple hints that you guys should know that will help you effectively train your dog these 3 basic commands. The first thing is you always want to stick to a training schedule. Whether your dog is young or old, they always need to be on a training schedule because when dogs are learning a new trick, they don't know what you want them to do. And if you don't have patience with them, after about an hour, hour and a half, it can get hard to train your dog. And your dog should not be getting in trouble for not knowing what you want them to do. So stick to about 30 minutes to an hour, and if your dog doesn't get it, try again the next day. Let them have a day to be a dog. You shouldn't overwork your dogs when you're training them because they won't think a treat is of value anymore, and they'll get bored of obeying you because every time they try, you get mad at them. This is why we have to have patience, which is the second thing. Have patience when you're training your dog. It doesn't matter how old they are, if they're learning a new trick, or if they're just going over a trick that they already know, you always have to have patience. The third thing is that you always need to stick to a reward word. So when I reward my dog, I say good girl. I know people that use clickers, which also effectively works, and I know people that use the words okay and yes. So when I say good girl, my dog knows that she gets a treat and that she did something good. It makes it easier for the dog to know what exactly you want them to do. So without further ado, let's get started on the 3 basic commands: sit, lay down, and speak. You ready? You ready to show these people that you can do it? Huh? That you can do it? Okay, so with sit, how I taught her when she was a puppy is I just had her follow the treat, and the same thing goes with lay down. So they're in standing position and you want their nose to follow the treat. Your hand should go up, and as soon as your hand goes up, their butt will sit down. Sometimes you kind of have to push their butt a little bit to get them to know to sit down, but it still effectively works. And then you say good girl and reward. So you want to continue to do this every single time you train until your dog knows sit and then good girl. Every time you have them follow the treat and they effectively do it, you say sit, so they know to associate the command with the action. So with lay down, it is the same exact thing. For me, I had to have her nose fall to the ground and then pull out, and she laid down. Good girl. And I kept doing this until she got laid down and she held the position until I rewarded her. You need your dog to hold the position until you reward. So this makes sure that they're safe in every environment and they always have to listen to you and you are in control. So when I say sit, I should expect my dog to sit until I reward, and then she can be free to do what she wants. It keeps them safe and it ultimately keeps you safe. So if I'm saying sit and she holds sit, which isn't that hard, you say good girl and reward. Same with lay down. With my dog, I also chose to have hand motions. So with sit, I have just this. And this is also the hand motions for speak, but notice she knows when to sit when I say sit and knows when to speak when I say speak with this hand motion. With lay down, I go snap down and she immediately lays down. And then I say good girl and she can get up. But she chooses to stay laying down, which is fine too, as long as she holds the position until you reward. So with lay down, it's snap down. With sit, it's like this. And then with speak, it's like this. So if I'm ever in a situation where I have to be completely silent, I can just use my hand motions and she will listen to that also. With speak, what I did to effectively teach my dog to speak is I sat here with a treat, and I sat here for about 30 minutes until she started growling. She was doing everything she wanted. She was doing everything she could to get this treat, and she finally let out a growl, and I said good girl and rewarded. With puppies, especially with puppies, they barely even know how to growl yet. So if they growl, that's a good sign. You say good girl and you reward. With puppies, they barely know how to growl yet. So if you're training a puppy how to speak and they growl, that is a good girl and reward. Once they catch on a little bit, you want to be able to have them fully bark and then you reward. So if they're just whisper growling, no. If they're just whisper growling, that is not a reward. You need them to be able to fully bark and be vocal for this command, because down the road, if you want to teach your dog how to speak versus whisper, speak is fully bark and whisper is a little growl. So if you want your dog to be able to discern the two, you want to have your dogs fully bark when you say speak. So speak, speak, good girl. So if my dog does not pass the mark or get a full enough bark for me to reward, I continue to hold my hand motion and say speak until she does fully bark, and then I reward. Do not give your dog a treat if they do it a little bit. Now, if we're talking about a puppy or a new dog that doesn't know the command, then once they growl a little bit, you will give them reward, and then you can work up to I won't give you reward until you fully bark. But with my dog, she already knows this command, but she wants to be lazy and just growl a little bit, and I will not accept that as the command. So that is how I effectively trained her to sit, lay down, and speak. And now I will show you guys what it looks like with the words and then with only hand motions. So come, sit, down, speak, speak. Good. So then with only the hand motions, I will not say anything at all. Let's see if she can do it. Come. I had to say come so she would not sit down right away. She knows as soon as I have a treat, she sits down expecting one. So when I say come, I get her to stand up a little bit and then I can tell her to sit. So that is all we have for you guys today. In the upcoming videos, we're going to show you guys a lot more cool tricks that she knows. But for today, while we learn to sit, lay down, and speak, we hope you guys enjoyed and we hope this helps you to train your dog. And we'll see you guys next time in training tips and tricks. You have to stick to a training schedule because your dog does not know what you want them to do. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? That doesn't make sense. I know. Okay, sit. Does not sit. Okay, come here.